The firefight erupted without warning. Someone's finger got jumpy, someone else returned fire, and suddenly the border skirmish everyone had carefully avoided for 3 months exploded across the disputed ridge. 90 seconds of chaos, then both sides retreated, leaving smoke and casualties and the sharp smell of discharged plasma. Sergeant Jake Morrison counted his squad, 2 wounded, 1 dead, all accounted for except movement in the ravine. He signaled his team and descended carefully, rifle ready. The Syrathi soldier was down, shrapnel embedded in her leg, trying and failing to crawl after her retreating unit. Her ears, distinctive pointed ears of her species, pressed flat against her skull. Fear response Jake's xenobiology training supplied uselessly. She saw him and went still, closed her eyes, waiting for execution. Jake had seen that look before, on enemy combatants who expected no mercy because their own forces gave none. Syrathi didn't take prisoners. Captured enemies were liabilities, dealt with efficiently. He lowered his rifle, pulled out his canteen. "Easy," he said in rough Syrathi accent, probably terrible. "You're injured, we have medics." Her eyes snapped open, confusion cutting through pain. "You don't kill prisoners." Jake almost laughed, bitter, exhausted sound. "We're not supposed to be fighting at all. Ceasefire, remember, someone got jumpy." He offered the canteen again. "Drink, you're dehydrated." This time, hands shaking, she accepted. Drank like she hadn't had water in days, which maybe she hadn't. When she finished, she whispered, "Why?" "Because you need help," Jake said, like it was obvious. "We're soldiers, not executioners." The protocol said secure the prisoner, call for transport. But Jake's medic was dead and the nearest unit 3 hours out. The leg wound wasn't immediately lethal, but infection in this climate was a death sentence without treatment. Jake made a decision that might earn court-martial. He treated her wounds himself. His squad watched, expressions ranging from approval to concern, but nobody stopped him. The Syrathi, Kess'tari, she gave her name grudgingly, endured treatment in silence, studying Jake with unsettling intensity. "Why are you helping me?" she asked when he finished bandaging. "Because you need help," Jake repeated. "Pretty straightforward. Syrathi don't operate this way." Her voice was flat, stating facts. "Prisoners are problems. Mercy is weakness enemies exploit." "Then maybe we're different." Jake packed the medical supplies. "Or maybe we're just stupid, but I'd rather be stupid than cruel." The statement clearly affected her, ears lifting slightly from their flattened position, something shifting in her expression he couldn't read. She said nothing else. When transport arrived, she looked back at him once before boarding. Jake couldn't interpret the look, but something in it felt like gratitude mixed with profound confusion. That look haunted him for weeks. The prisoner exchange happened at neutral zone coordinates, formal and tense. Jake attended as part of the ceremonial guard, stand at attention, look professional, don't cause incidents. He didn't expect to see Kess'tari. Thousands of POWs, no reason their paths would cross. But she was there in the Syrathi contingent, and she walked directly to him despite protocol saying don't interact. Jake's tensed. Kess'tari stopped, performed a gesture. Touched her forehead, her heart, extended her hand palm up. The Syrathi liaison officer looked shocked, whispered urgently to Jake's commander. Later, Jake learned. Kess'tari had performed a life-debt acknowledgement, something Syrathi reserved for those who saved their lives at personal cost. Binding in their culture, transcending even species loyalty, the story spread. Human who showed mercy, Syrathi who honored it. Both sides told it to their soldiers, proof the war was stupid, proof they'd been fighting people instead of propaganda monsters. Months passed. The peace held, strengthened by small stories replacing old hatreds. Jake wondered sometimes if that moment in the ravine, lowering his rifle, offering water, had consequences beyond one soldier's life. Hoped so. Hoped mercy meant something. The communication came through official channels, Kess'tari requesting meeting under the Cultural Exchange Program. Jake agreed, nervous and curious in equal measure. They met on neutral station, Reunion awkward because what do you say to someone you captured and saved? Kess'tari made it easy. I wanted you to know what your mercy accomplished. She explained that her testimony about human treatment of prisoners influenced peace negotiations. Syrathi leadership assumed humans were ruthless. Evidence otherwise from their own soldiers changed perspectives. You showed me that strength doesn't require cruelty, she continued. I've been teaching young Syrathi soldiers that concept ever since. Many resist, some understand. She paused. I wanted to thank you properly, and to tell you the life debt I owe isn't just mine. My people owe yours for remembering to be kind when you didn't have to be. Jake felt uncomfortable with the praise, but accepted gracefully. They talked for hours, war, peace, the challenge of building trust after generations of conflict. When they parted, Kess'tari performed the gesture again, forehead, heart, palm extended. This time Jake mirrored it clumsily. The intent was clear. Filing his report later, Jake's commander asked if the meeting was worthwhile. Yeah, Jake said, thinking about fear replaced by gratitude, mercy given and honored deeply. Turns out treating people like people has consequences, good ones sometimes. The commander smiled. Imagine that. Jake thought about one decision in a ravine.